Well, Ford profit beat estimates in the fourth quarter. Hard to get too excited, though, since net income fell to just a penny a share, a slender cent. But CEO Mark Fields says pre-tax profit could grow by more than 50% this year. Matt Miller is standing by right now with the Chief Financial Officer of the Ford Motor Company, Bob Shanks. Matt, it's all yours.
All right, thanks very much, Eric. Yeah, we're looking at a pre-tax profit forecast of a boost of 8 to 9% for 2015. Bob, you are optimistic, and I'm assuming that's because you're getting finished with changeovers like that to the new F-150, and you're now able to start selling these new higher-margin vehicles.
Absolutely, man, and it's good to see you again. That's exactly what we talked about all through 2014, that it was going to be a setup year for very strong growth in 2015, and F-150 was a very important part of that. The launch in Dearborn has gone extremely well. We've added the third crew. The launch in Kansas City is progressing very well, and by the time we get to the second quarter, we'll have the whole F-150 system up and running. So very, very strong results so far in the marketplace. Products moving very quickly, high mix and so forth. So we're very, very excited about 15 and particularly the F-150.
One of the things that you do by shaving 700 pounds off this truck, making a lot of it with aluminum, is increase the fuel efficiency of the vehicle. A lot of people have wondered if low gas prices would reduce the incentive for American men and women to go out and buy this new, more fuel-efficient truck. How are you seeing the low gas prices affect your sales?
Well, we haven't seen any impact in the marketplace yet. Probably too early. We think probably first quarter we might start seeing how consumers are going to behave in the new environment that we're in. Although we do expect over the longer term that oil and gas prices will go back up. But the important thing around the F-150, F-Series, the trucks, is cost of ownership. So better fuel efficiency, and on top of that, even lower gas prices every time you fill it up. That's got to be a positive. And historically, we have seen a positive reaction in terms of segmentation when we've seen gas prices go down. So we'll have to wait and see, but that could be a positive for us as we move into 2015.
You know, Edmunds.com, I'm sure you saw, did a piece where they took a sledgehammer to an F-150 and then tried to get it repaired, and said that it costs more than it would to repair a normal steel truck, and that would affect maybe even insurance rates. How do you react, or how are you hearing other Ford execs react to that story?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not accurate. We know that the insurance rates are going to be about the same, and we've seen evidence of that from people that have actually purchased the vehicles and purchased insurance. And unfortunately, in this particular case, they went to a dealer who was not certified. It was not among the 750 dealers or the 1,000 independent body shops that we've certified for repair. So the information that they provided to Edmunds was incorrect. We expect the cost of ownership and the cost of repairs to be very, very competitive on the new F-150, and we've designed it that way. So we're quite confident in that.
Let's go over to Europe here, because on the conference call, Mark Fields, the CEO, was saying that maybe losses in Europe will be more than the $250 million you were projecting back in September. That's because of, obviously, the crazy situation in Russia, but also, I expect, because of the strong dollar. How's that turning out?
Well, it's not so much the strong dollar. It's really more the relationship between the euro and the ruble, because most of what we ship into Russia to support our production there is actually coming from Europe. So it's more that relationship than it is the dollar. The progress we've made on the transformation plan in Western Europe, the traditional part of our market there, has actually gone very, very well. When we put our plan together for Europe, we had expected Russia to be a growing market and a significant contributor to the business as it grew, and we participated in that. But clearly things have changed pretty dramatically over the last year, and 2015 in Russia is looking very difficult. So that's the impact that we really talked about today when we talked about the guidance for Europe for 15.
Bob, does the strong dollar, though, I mean, I realize you produce most of the product you sell in Europe, and obviously, Japanese car makers produce a lot of cars they sell here in the U.S., and so a lot of the currency fluctuation effects may be negated. On the other hand, doesn't it give them a competitive advantage, the European and Japanese car makers, because they can afford to take a margin loss when they're selling vehicles here in the U.S.?
Yeah, you're spot on. We don't see, as we look across our entire global business, we don't see the strong dollar net having a material impact in terms of exchange rate impact itself. But the big the big factor that we're most concerned about is the competitive advantage it gives, particularly the Japanese. And so what you said is exactly what we're concerned about. And one of the reasons why in the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade agreement that's under discussions, we're really insisting on having very strict enforceable currency rules as part of that.
All right, Bob, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. We got to show the new Raptor. Didn't get to ask about the GT350, but I will next time you're on. Have a great day.
Okay.